What's up guys, Charles from TreeTanksDev. Welcome to a new video, and today we're taking a look at a camera which I always wanted to get, the Sony A7S III. I've been sitting on the shelf contemplating whether or not to buy this camera when I already bought the Nikon Z6II back in November, and that is doing a really good job for me personally. I love the whole 4K60, the stabilization, the colors especially, and the ease of use on the Nikon Z6II. Really great image even in 1080p 120 frames per second. So that's why I've been holding off for the moment, but I finally managed to rent this for a week for under 170 bucks. So a really good deal here from a shop called Camera Rental Center Singapore. So they're renting out the Sony A7S III for 1 week for about 168 Singapore dollars. So real bargain there. So I managed to rent this and I just got it. So we're going to do a preliminary test, because what better way to test out a video camera than by testing out its low light capabilities. So one of these cameras that you're looking at right now is the Sony A7S III, and the other is the Nikon Z6II, both shooting at 4K 24 frames per second automatic mode. But the Sony A7S III has highest specs, so it's shooting at 10-bit 422, where the Nikon Z6II is using 8-bit 420. So can you tell the difference both in automatic mode, just to give you a good gauge of what to expect? Of course, as videographers, no one really uses the automatic mode, but this is to give you a general view of how this camera actually performs in low light. Then after this, I'll swap over to 4K 60 frames per second, and then we'll see from there. At the same time, the Nikon Z6II will be in flat color profile, my favorite profile of them all. I even prefer it than log formats. And the Sony A7S III will be using my favorite log format, which is the S-Log3 S-Gamut-Cine. So we'll do a side-by-side comparison right now. Alright, so now really easy to tell which is the Nikon Z6II and which is the Sony A7S III because of the different focal lengths. When shooting 4K 60 on the Nikon Z6II, there is a 1.5 times crop factor. So this lens, the 24mm, is now a 36mm full frame equivalent, 4K 60 frames per second, 1/100 shutter speed at f1.8, the largest aperture on this lens, and in flat color profile, which is looking really nice. And on the Sony A7S III, I'm shooting at 4K 60 frames per second with no crop, shooting at 10-bit 422 200 megabits per second, so a lot higher resolution than on the Nikon Z6II, using S-Log3 S-Gamut-Cine 1/100 shutter speed at f1.8 as well. Although this lens, the G Master, is a 1.4, but I just set both at f1.8 just to do the test out. So how does it look? Which one looks better? I'm going to turn the lights down lower a little bit to give you a view, and then we'll end off this video. Alright, so right now I got the lights off, only one lamp above. And how does the video look? Which one has more noise? On the Sony, when shooting the S-Log, definitely there'll be more noise introduced. On the Nikon, in flat color profile, so far it's pretty alright. The Nikon system seems to clean up the noise quite a bit. But just giving you a view of the low light capability, which video looks brighter. Of course, when shooting in log, although we introduce more noise, there is a higher dynamic range for color grading. So, and how does it look? Low light capability. Yeah, basically this is just a preliminary test because it's midnight right now. Main purpose, like I said, for this video is want to shoot 4K 60 and 4K 120 on the Sony A7S III and compare it with the Nikon Z6II. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button, like button, and notifications button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.